In today's video, I'll share a channeled message about sex, sexuality, and the new earth. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Karen McMullen, author of the channeled books Alchemy of Consciousness and Awaken to Your Starseed Mission. In today's video, I'm sharing Chapter 4 of Awaken to Your Starseed Mission, which is all about sex. If you missed the previous episodes and you'd like to know more about who the Council of Light are, then you can check out the link. I'll put it in the corner there. And that goes through the episode 1, which basically gives the foundation of who the Council of Light are. If you like today's video, like the video, and also please consider subscribing to stay tuned for more channeled messages. Awaken to Your Starseed Mission, Episode 4, Sex. We would like to speak to you about sexual relating. It is an area of confusion, distortion, and disharmony for many humans because it represents the convergence of polarities, especially in the case of male-female relations. It is easiest for you to speak from this perspective because your life experience is as a heterosexual woman, although much of what we will say will apply to others with varying sexual orientations and genders. Firstly, we would wish for you to approach the arena of sex with far greater sensitivity, tenderness, and focus on respect and consent. Because of the human history of sexual violation, most women are accustomed to experiencing pain and to not voicing what they do and do not like. They may not even notice or be aware of what they want. This is the result of many lifetimes of being violated without consequence. Women have grown collectively to accept that violation goes along with sex. In order to shift this cellular belief, there must be a conscious focus on changing behavior. For example, proceeding slowly at first and asking your partner, "Do you like when I do this?" Or "How does this feel?" Or "What do you want now?" Even answering these simple questions will likely be difficult for many women. They may even react with irritation as they realize that they are unskilled at knowing what they do and do not like. They may at first seem to prefer the normal way of being available for what comes their way, even if it's painful or unpleasant. If the sexual encounter is too strong and fast, it will be even more difficult for the woman to express her voice, as she might be too overwhelmed by the experience to process and find words to say what she does or doesn't want. This is why it is important to start slowly and tenderly at first. Once trust is developed and you have grown to understand each other's bodies and developed skill with pleasuring each other, then you can expand into all expressions of sexuality. But we would recommend through our observation that you start slowly. Next, we would wish for you to understand the healing aspect of sexuality. Again, because of the long history of abuse of sexuality, most humans carry energetic and emotional wounding around their sexual selves. This means they are not coming to the bedroom whole and healed. They are bringing their wounds. They are bringing their ancestral and past life pain. They are bringing significant patterning of their consciousness, belief systems, insecurities, fears. All of these, until addressed, will naturally surface through the sexual encounter. Therefore, it makes sense to take this into consideration and to know that the sexual experience is likely to either reinforce these distorted perceptions, deepening the wounds, or to create an opening for healing. If you are choosing to engage in sex, become a sexual healer. If you do not become a sexual healer, you are likely, by default, to become a sexual wounder. Become a sexual healer, first through your intention to hold a space of love for the other person. Hold your intention to care about them, desire wellness for them. From that intention, and with the above focus on respect and consent, you can begin to explore how you are guided to move and share. You will also have your own self-awareness of how your wounding might unexpectedly surface. In those moments, it is good to pause, breathe, feel, and to tell your partner what is happening for you. I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I just had a wave of sadness come up. I feel tender in my heart. Continue to focus on the sensations of emotions in your body with breath, letting the energy move through you. Bringing your consciousness to old wounds without judgment will prove to be healing. This is especially true if you give your full attention to what is surfacing without fear of not performing or of taking up space for your own processing. This is why understanding that sex is healing is a helpful attitude to adopt. Many of the ideas about sexuality that we have come from images and scenes from movies that show nothing but passion and pleasure. But this is simply not the reality of sexuality. Sexuality is relating to our most sensitive aspects, our essential energetic self. When this self is touched, there is an alchemy, an energetic shift. This energetic shift can involve electric releases of kundalini, tears, surfacing of suppressed memories, anger, fear, hysterical laughter, and other unexpected expressions that are released as the energies shift. None of these are shown in Hollywood movies, and so they can be considered weird or shameful when they arise naturally, and therefore they are often suppressed rather than allowed. Sex is the most commonplace form of energy healing. However, most do not realize that they are energy healers. The alchemical process of sex can be used intentionally towards whatever aim you have creatively. Bring it to the bedroom. How? What does that mean? It means sexual relating is creative. When you have a creative partner, you can bring your intentions into the act of lovemaking. You may set an intention to complete your book, or you may wish to integrate an insight you had about your character. You may wish to embody a new trait that you are stepping into. You can bring any authentic desire to the bedroom and amplify its creative power through your act of lovemaking. You may discover different movements, sounds, or expressions that want to arise. You may feel a desire to ask for something that you typically don't think of. Bringing a creative intention to your lovemaking will make the entire process more creative. This is the third aspect of sex that we wish to speak to, its creative potential. This is a potential that has been grossly underutilized and seen in its least subtle, most obvious form of being a forum to create another human life. This physical creativity is also a metaphor for the creative potential of sex. Sex provides a forum where you can interplay directly with the most essential energies of another being. In the exchange, you receive from them many of their energetic gifts, intelligence, and consciousness. Your energies merge, and the stirring together creates new possibilities for harmonizing. If you have a problem you can't solve, bring it to your next sexual encounter, and you will likely emerge with a new perspective that will help you move into your next steps. You might even say that sex provides an outlet for creativity to flow. If there's some aspect of your life where there is stagnancy, sex is likely to resolve it. First, sex must be treated with sensitivity, respect, and consent. Second, it must be recognized as healing. Third, it must be seen as creative. In that order. When you engage with sex with respect, healing, and creativity, you will open up new worlds of creation. Find a partner who will share in these values with you. Welcome back. I love today's message. I feel like it's so simple and beautiful and healing, and that if everyone in the world were to listen to this and to adopt and apply what it says, that sex and sexuality would completely change on Earth. So please, if you like the video, like it and consider sharing it with some close friends or anyone that you feel could benefit from hearing this message. Also, I'd love if you would subscribe if you haven't already, and to stay tuned for the coming episodes. And in next episode of Awaken to Your Starseed Mission, I'm sharing about following the flow, which is a beautiful message from the Council of Light about how we're meant to create with ease. And so I look forward to seeing you very soon.